When I think of the pillars of cloud and fire leading the Israelites, I'm reminded of the amazing guidance I experienced while planning this trip. I didn't know where to go or what to explore, but once I arrived here, everything unfolded perfectly. It's like there was a cloud guiding me to each place I visited. I felt unseen hands helping me along the way. Today we step into one of the most dramatic and visually stunning moments in biblical history, where the Creator himself became a guide through the wilderness, a moving beacon of light and mystery. But what if there's more to this story than we first imagined? What if this pillar was not just a sign for the Israelites, but a message for anyone who has ever wandered in uncertainty? Stay with me, because by the end we'll uncover a twist that connects this ancient miracle to our own modern journeys. Imagine the scene. The Israelites have just escaped the grip of Egypt. Behind them, the might of Pharaoh's army still echoes like thunder. Ahead of them, an endless desert stretches to the horizon. No maps, no GPS, no familiar landmarks, only open sky and shifting sands. And then it happens. A towering column of cloud rises during the day, leading the way like a living compass. At night, that same column blazes into fire, casting a warm glow across the camp. It's not just a signal. It's protection, light, and reassurance all in one. The Bible tells us in Exodus that God went ahead of his people, appearing as this pillar, moving when they needed to move and stopping when they needed to rest. Think about the power of that image. A people recently freed from slavery, suddenly following something they could see, something they could trust. It wasn't a distant voice or a hidden whisper. It was visible and tangible, right there in front of them. But here's where the twist comes in. Many imagine this pillar as a single static object. But what if it was dynamic, constantly changing, shifting with the needs of the people? Cloud could mean shelter from the scorching desert sun. Fire could mean warmth and safety in the cold nights. Some scholars even suggest that the glow of the fire might have frightened away predators or enemies. In a sense, the pillar was a traveling ecosystem of security, tailor-made for a nomadic nation. Now pause for a second and think about our world today. We live with so much information at our fingertips, yet many of us still feel lost. We crave visible guidance, something to tell us, this is the way. Could it be that the pillar is more than a historical event? Could it be a timeless pattern? Because when you strip away the ancient language, the pillar was God saying, I am with you. I am moving ahead of you. Follow, and you'll find safety. And there's another layer to this. In the wilderness, the Israelites had to learn trust. When the pillar moved, they moved. When it stopped, they stopped. Sometimes it stayed in place for a single night. Other times it paused for days or weeks. Imagine the tension. You're packed and ready to move, but the pillar doesn't budge. Or you've just set up camp, and suddenly the signal to move appears. It's training, not just traveling. God was teaching them dependence, patience, and flexibility. The twist becomes even clearer when you think about this. The pillar wasn't only about direction, it was about presence. It didn't just say where to go. It said, you are not alone. It stood between them and danger, like at the Red Sea when it blocked the Egyptian army. It hovered above the tabernacle when they camped, a reminder that the God who split seas and shook mountains was literally in their midst. Now here's something you may not have considered. The pillar of cloud and fire didn't just vanish when the Israelites entered the promised land. It transformed. Later, we see God's presence as a glory cloud filling Solomon's temple. Centuries later, that same theme of light and presence reappears in the New Testament. It's as if the story keeps evolving, from pillar to temple, from temple to a guiding spirit, and for some, even into the lives of believers themselves. The visible became internal, the external became personal. So why does this story matter to us today? Because whether you believe in the historical account or see it as a metaphor, the principle is universal. We all journey through deserts, uncertain jobs, relationships, health battles, or moments of deep confusion. And often, we wait for something visible to lead us. Sometimes that guidance comes as people, events, or inner clarity. Other times, it's a sudden moment of light in the dark, showing the next step. For the last part of our journey today, let's zoom in on a detail you might not expect. Ancient travelers relied on stars, winds, and signs. The Israelites had something more, a living, moving presence. Some historians believe that the very phenomena of the pillar might have been natural yet timed perfectly. Volcanic ash, glowing gases, or desert weather patterns. But even if that's true, the message is the same. Guidance came at the exact moment it was needed. What seems ordinary can become extraordinary when it shows up precisely when you need it most. Here's the final twist. The pillar's greatest lesson might be this: God as guidance is not always about the destination. It's about movement. It's about trusting the next step. Because think about it, the Israelites often didn't know where they were going, only that they were following. The same is true for us. The most important thing isn't having the whole map. It's having the courage to follow the next light you see. So if you're wandering right now, wondering if there's a way forward, maybe the lesson of the pillar is for you. Look for the cloud by day, the fire by night, in whatever form it takes. Wisdom, faith, community, or opportunity. Guidance may not always be as dramatic as fire in the sky, but it's there, waiting to be seen. And that's the power of the pillar of cloud and fire. A story of presence, trust, and movement that continues to speak, even to a world that no longer travels by desert paths, but still seeks direction. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to watch another video that explores the profound impact of clouds in human history and culture. You'll discover how clouds have inspired art, shaped civilizations, and continue to captivate our imaginations today. Plus, there's a beautiful surprise waiting for you at the end. Click here to embark on that journey and keep exploring with us. Thank you for joining me on this journey through faith and history. If this video touched your heart and sparked your curiosity, I invite you to embark on a new adventure with me. Just click here and let the journey begin. Subscribe, like, share, and stay tuned. Remember, you are part of our cloud of witnesses, and together we can make an impact. May the cloud cover you and the fire light your way.